Niger State government gives 2 months to people living in hamlets around Kainji Lake to come out the area to be resettled by the Emirates Council. Niger State Ministry of Health holds top management meeting to review its activities of annual operational plan. And Chairman Niger State Senior Secondary Executive Board visits selected schools in Minna to ensure strict adherence. Good to have you join us on NSTV News. I am Tijani Abdulbaki Abdurrahman. Now the news in details. Niger State government has given 2 months to people living in hamlets around Kainji Lake to come out of the area to be resettled by the Emirates Council. Former Governor Muhammad Umar Bago stated this when he paid a condolence visit to the Emir of Borgu, Alhaji Muhammad Aliru Danturu Kituru IV at his palace in New Busa to sympathize with him and the entire people of the Emirates over the recent terrorist attack. The former governor said the resettlement of the people has become necessary to avoid collateral damage, as his administration, in collaboration with the federal government, is determined to clear the forest, flush out criminals who are using Kainji Lake as their camp, and make the land very habitable for people. He decried the influx of people into the Emirates without being profiled, noting that it has become a security concern even as the activities of informants have thwarted security efforts in the Emirates. The former governor tasked the Emirates Council to rise up to its responsibility and join forces with the security agencies and government at all levels to combat any form of insecurity in the Emirates.
But we have come here to caution the Emirate Council and the traditional institution on their rules for giving people accommodation. People, they don't even know where they are coming from. They come here, they pay money, they give them land, and they build houses and settle down as communities. And in turn, they come with very, very dangerous weapons, ideologies, Boko Haram, extremism, and they have now conquered these people. So it's a wake-up call to the Emirate Council of Bogru Emirate and the entire Emirate Council around here not to allow these people to come back here and settle. They must get the details of where they are coming from, why they have left where they have left, and why they are here before they can, and they have to work with the security agencies to understand the identity of those people before they can give them opportunity to live there. Secondly, for them to identify those people who are doing hate preaching. Hate preaching has become very rampant in this emirate, where people have come with ideology of Boko Haram, anti-Western education, and have settled down here and have recruited a lot of people into this fold. And the Emirate Council is promising to work assiduously with the security agency and the state government and the federal government in combating these heinous crimes. We've realized that we have a lot of hamlets and scattered communities within the Kainji Lake. Now it's a call on all these communities to leave the Kainji Lake and come out and be resettled by the Emirate Council in a place where they become big towns. When this is done, we are going to be able to flush and clear that forest. So we have given an ultimatum of 2 months from today, that every community that is within that forest should come out and will resettle them. And if they don't do, there will be collateral damage in that aspect. So we are very serious about it. We are going to take over this forest. We are going to burn it down. We are going to smoke them. And we are going to make sure that that land becomes very, very habitable. Because it has become a command and control center for these miscreants. And the government of this country and the Niger State government is also not willing to take that anymore. So we are ready for the battle. It's a wartime, and we have called on security agencies like the police to also wake up to their call to make sure that they work together with the local security agencies and make sure the arrests are done timely and that people who are suspicious in these activities are brought to book.
He extended his heartfelt condolences to the Emir and the people of the Emirates, especially the families of the victims over the attack, and pray for the repose of the souls of those killed and comfort to their loved ones. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliu Sahabi Abdullahi, said the federal government is also interested in ensuring that there is peace and security across the country. Hence, it will support every effort aimed at achieving it.
Well, as you all know, the issue is a collective issue. And of course, the federal government is equally interested in ensuring that there is peace and security. And the way this forest has turned out to be definitely is something concerning. And for the governor to speak in the way he's speaking, definitely he will have conferred with the commander-in-chief. So it's a security matter. But one thing I can say for sure is that based on what our royal father has said, even much earlier, that the forest has suddenly become an albatross for us. And so whatever can be done to turn the forest into an opportunity for economic growth, rather than the current, a situation where these miscreants have turned it into a base for their criminality, I think is more than welcome. And I want to assure you that our various community members will be more than willing to cooperate. They are our family members. We are the ones feeling the pains. We know what is happening. And with the situation that is currently happening, it will be a welcome development if some concrete actions are taken to get them relocated while the forest is taken back and to be deployed for further community use.
The Emir of Borgu, Alhaji Muhammad Haliru Antoroki Toro IV, pledged to work closely with relevant authorities to identify and prosecute informants in the Emirate, pointing out that the security of lives and property is paramount. Hence, no stone will be left untouched in securing them.
The informants are within us, and we know some of them are within us. And we're assuring the governor and the people that we'll flush them out accordingly, inshallah. We will not leave any stone unturned, because the security of our people and their property is paramount important to us. And the government is doing its best, and ours is to complement the effort of the government. And I'm assuring the governor and the entire people of Niger State that we're going to support the governor and the government to ensure that these challenges are addressed.
He appreciated the former governor for the visit and reassured him of the Emirates' continuous support for his policies and programs geared towards improving the lives of the people. Agitation for political relevance and inclusion in Niger North Senatorial Zone has intensified as stakeholders from 4 local government areas, Oshishi, Mariga, Kwantagora, and Mashegu, have renewed calls for equity and fairness in political representation. The renewed calls was made during a stakeholders meeting which took place in Mina. Correspondent Ahmed Yusuf completes the report.
Operating under the banner of Ushishi Mariga, Kutungura, and Mashegu Alliance for Good Governance, expressed concern over what they describe as 29 years of political deprivation suffered by Mashegu local government area. The alliance is demanding the return of Niger North Federal Constituency seat to Mashegu local government area, which they claimed have been denied the position of nearly 3 decades, contrary to established zoning arrangement within the zone. Speaking during the engagement, the coordinator of the alliance, Comrade Gideon Jonathan McCarthy, explained that the zoning had historically guided political representation among the 4 local governments until what they describe as a destruction of agreement.
This briefing is more on emphasizing on the communique that was being raised and submitted to the state government on the agitation of Mashegu local government seeking for inclusion in the governance process that comprises Ushishi, Mariga, Kontagora, and Mashegu Federal Constituency. Over time, Mashegu local government have been part and parcel of that local government constituting that federal constituency, but has never had the chance to produce a House of Representatives that is coming from that particular local government. And looking at that agitation happens to have credibility and facts, and for a normal person that wants to uphold justice, equity, and fairness will definitely reason with them and see the need to actually lend voice in achieving that particular agitation. And so for that, in fact, we have not just stopped within just our level. We had to go back to our constituency, to our local government, speak to the grassroots, and see also their view. And they also reason with us.
Other speakers presenting their respective local government areas reaffirmed their commitment to peaceful agitation, stressing that fairness, justice, and inclusiveness remain critical to sustaining unity and development in the zone. The alliance appealed to Governor of Niger State, leaders of all political parties, and relevant national stakeholders to urgently intervene and address the demand in the interest of peace, equity, and good governance. Ahmad Yusuf reporting for NSTV News.
The chairman of Niger Food Security System and Logistics Company, Mr. Sami Adigun, has reaffirmed the company's commitment to partnering with the Niger State Ministry of Agriculture to alleviate job creation across the agricultural value chain. He stated this during a courtesy visit to the office of the Commissioner for Agriculture, Mr. Sami explained that the engagement was aimed at deepening collaboration with the ministry to ensure that agricultural mechanization directly translates into employment and economic opportunities at the grassroots. He affirmed Nigeria's full readiness to deploy modern agricultural solutions that will empower farmers, service providers, and other stakeholders within the sector. Responding, the Commissioner for Agriculture, Honewu Issa Sidi Rijal, welcomed the partnership, noting that it is deliberately structured to unlock employment opportunities for youth and rural dwellers through mechanized farming, aggregation, logistics progressing, and allied services. Niger State Ministry of Health has held a top management meeting to review its activities of annual operational plan and provide oversight for all health programs within the Ministry of Health. The meeting, which was led by the Commissioner of Health, Dr. Murtala Muhammad Bagana, held at Conference Hall of Primary Healthcare Mina. The report.
Addressing journalists shortly after the top management meeting, the Commissioner of Health, Dr. Murtala Mohammed Bangana, said the meeting will be regular throughout the year to enable them deliberate properly on their action plans in the ministry.
So what we do here is colleagues, head of agencies, and staff and management of the Ministry of Health coming together to provide oversight and coordination on all health programs and policies within the Ministry of Health.
Dr. Bangana further noted that the meeting of the entire MDS under ministry will provide coordination of all policies and programs of the health sector. He maintained that this will also give them the opportunity to discuss before going to the field.
So this is the medial edition of the meeting. As I think for us, we want to hold ourselves accountable. So what we have decided following the meeting is to be having this meeting regularly every 2 weeks. So what it means is for the rest of the year we will be having close to 100 of these meetings. But what is more important is we as a team look at all the activities that we have outlined within the annual operational plan for 2026 in line with the new Niger Health Agenda of His Excellency Mohammed Umaru Bago. How do we systematically track implementation of these activities, holding people accountable, ensuring that as a team we all discuss programs before we go to the field, and that is exactly what we have done today.
The meeting attracted all the head of the MDS under the Ministry of Health. Kura Donati reporting for NSTV.
The people of Garatu community have once again come together to celebrate their annual cultural festival amid color and tradition. NSTV correspondent Fauzia Aminu reports that the celebration took place at Garatu community in Boso local government area of Niger State.
Residents of Garatu community on the 10th of January 2026 gathered in large numbers to celebrate their annual cultural festival, an event that showcased the community's rich traditions, unity, and heritage. The festival held at Garatu community featured colorful traditional attires, energetic dance performances, drumming, and cultural displays that attracted visitors from neighboring communities and beyond. Member representing Boso constituency, Abubakar Suleiman Gomna, who was represented by Abdullahi Saidu Piao, assured of his continued support for the festival and also the progress of the Bagi community. Speaking at the event, Saidu Berdi, the chairman of the committee, described the festival as a vital platform for preserving the community's cultural identity, and it serves as a means of bringing people of the community together.
The program is very important to us because it promotes unity, cooperation, and peaceful coexistence among all the tribes, regardless of the tribes or religion. That is very important, and then it promotes our good image in outside the village.
Malam Isiaku Muhammad Doma, the Gunduma of Garatu community, said the festival brings families together and helps educate younger generations about their roots. Present at the occasion were the chairman, Boso local government, Honorable Abdullahi Usman Laka, represented by Honorable Abdul Shakur Yahya, councillor representing Boso.
A festival like this, it improves our culture, unity, and peace in a community like this, because some of our leaders are living in town, are living in some different states, but with this cultural festival, they come back home so that our younger one will know them. And if there is anything like what they're supposed to tell our people, they use this privilege to pass information to our people. So with this festival, we get unity, peace, and progress in the community.
Bako Wakili Bosu, President Bagi Yako, Niger State Chapter, Alhaji Adamu Umar, Dagachin Kataregi, Muazu Laka Adamu, Hakimin Bosu, and Divisional Head Officer of Garatu Community. Various cultural groups entertained the audience with dances that reflected the history and values of the people. Prayers were offered for peace, prosperity, and continued development of Garatu community as the people looked forward to another year of progress.
The chairman of Niger State Senior Secondary Education Board, Abdulkadir Shehu Nafuntua, has led the board management team on an inspection tour for selected secondary schools in Chanchega to ensure strict adherence to resumption of academic activities in the state. Correspondent Ahmed Yusuf completes the report.
The chairman of Niger State Senior Secondary Education Board, Alhaji Abdulkadir Shehu Manfuntua, promised that the board will take action on the challenges identified during the inspection tour to the school, which include teaching material and infrastructural issues, in order to ensure standard of education in the state in line with the new Niger agenda of Governor Muhammad Umar Bagwal administration. Alhaji Abdulkadir Nafuntua warned teachers against negligence, absenteeism in school, and indiscipline, and also reaffirmed the board's commitment to teachers' welfare, promotion, and others.
The school have resumed, directed by the Executive Governor of Niger State, for the 4 local governments to resume the schools in that area. Because of the insecurity we have the other time, the school have been shut down. So the school have been resumed yesterday, Monday, and we have to go and see the teachers to supervise them to see what they have on the ground and the problem they have, and see how they carry on with their teaching activities.
The chairman of the board commended Governor Muhammad Umar Bago for his giant effort in transforming the education sector, while calling on teachers and school managers to join force and contribute to the progress.
We'll see a lot of change from them. I've met them, some of them have already resumed teaching, and we met them with some problems which we are going to sit down on board and see what we can do, like teaching materials and the structure they have in their schools.
Also speaking, the permanent member 1, Aliu Hevuti Mohammed, maintained that the secondary education in the state must improve in line with the new Niger agenda of Governor Muhammad Umar Bago. Aliu Hevuti warned parents to advise their children against thuggery in school, adding that any students caught engaging in thuggery or disrupting academic activity will face the consequences.
We were able to see for ourselves the level of compliance of resumption as expected by His Excellency former Governor Muhammad Umar Bago. Actually, some schools have really substantially resumed, and the students, while there are a few others that have not completely compliant. But nonetheless, the requirements, the message is delivered that every school must resume immediately, both students and teachers, and there is no compromise on discipline. In fact, it is there that the monitoring is going to be constant and effective. This is a time that we have to move on a speed lane. We cannot compromise as directed. We can't compromise the improvement of education standard in Niger State any longer.
In his submission, the principal Government Technical College, Tunganguru, Matthew Dauda Arena, appreciated the board leadership for their visit, ensuring that they will redouble their efforts in discharging their duty. The school visited are Limawa Day Secondary School, Government Day Science College Gidankwanu, Army Day Secondary School, Day Secondary School Chanchaga, Government Technical College Tunganguru, Government Science College Chanchaga, and Hilltop Model School Mina, respectively. Ahmad Yusuf reporting for NSTV News.
With that report from Ahmed Yusuf, we conclude our today's bulletin. But before we go, a quick look at the top stories once again. We told you that Niger State government has given 2 months to people living in hamlets around Kayenji Lake to come out the area to be resettled by the Emirates Council. We also told you that Niger State Minister of Health has held top management meeting to review its activities of annual operational plan. And Chairman Niger State Senior Secondary Education Board has visited selected schools in Minna to ensure strict adherence. That does it on the news. Goodbye.